Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 7th June 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. So here I am taking Daily edition of Hindu. So let me explain you which are the articles exactly relevant from our examination point of view. So this is front page. So most of the articles are somewhat relevant to our examination today. So we are going to discuss those articles. So first important article from this page 1 is new government should review Agnipath scheme. So we are not going to bother about what past government did, what new government is going to do, everything. We are not at all bothering about the political thing. But we are bothered about this Agnipath scheme. Why you have to read about this scheme? So in your governance part, so in GS paper 2, you will be having polity and governance. So this governance is related to schemes, policies, acts, laws, etc. So from this governance point of view, you will be reading about these schemes. So one thing you have to keep in mind is every year in your prelims, you will be getting at least 2 questions from your prelims from this schemes part. So here in how many dimensions you can think? So first one is you have to see what is that scheme about, what are the key features. So Venkatesh, please make a note. So whenever you are getting scheme, you have to know what is that scheme is about. So what are the key features, who are eligible, okay, who are eligible. Next one is what are the advantages or disadvantages of that scheme. So all these things are very important. And from mains point of view, you will be getting like how this scheme is significant. So what are the outcome, what are the challenges, what are the drawbacks. So from this analysis based, you will be getting mains question. But from prelims, you can get what is a scheme, what are the key features, who are eligible. So which kind of scheme is about. In schemes, we have 2 types of schemes. First one is centrally sponsored scheme. Next one is central sector scheme. Sponsored means here center is something sponsoring. That means fund is divided between center and as well as states. Center sector means 100% of fund that will be coming from central government. So this type of schemes will be your prelims question. So please make a note of this. What is the difference between this central sponsor and central sector scheme? Okay, sponsored means center is sponsoring. So there is a division of funds between the center and as well as state. Central sector means entire fund for that so and so scheme will be coming from this central government itself. And you have to see which kind of scheme it is, whether it is central sponsored scheme or central sector scheme. So you have to know this. So now let us see the details regarding this Agnipath scheme. So first topic is about Agnipath scheme. I said it is important from your governance point of view. So actually what is this scheme here? So why this Agnipath scheme? It is something related to our defense, right? So here especially this scheme which allows patriotic and motivating youth to serve as armed forces. So if you see in army, so the most of the army will come from Sikhs, right? So even others need to be contributing to our security forces. So because of this, government came up this scheme for patriotic and for motivating the youth to participate in this central armed forces at least for some time. So that time here is 4 years of time. And under this Agnipath scheme here, youth is joining the army and those youth are called as Agniveer. Okay, what is the term? Agniveer. And now youth will be able to recruit it into this army at least for a short period of time and they will be serving our nation. So this is idea behind this Agnipath scheme. So under this scheme, how many youth or how many soldiers will be recruited? It will be around 45,000 to 50,000 soldiers. They will be recruited every year, that is annually. And most of them, they will leave in this service just for 4 years of time. Okay, so here out of this 45 to 50,000 soldiers who are recruited, so 25% of this batch will be recruited back, okay, who are performing well. So based on their performance, 25% of this soldiers, they will be recruited back for their respective services, and then from that period onwards, so they will be serving nation for next 15 years. Okay. So this is about this Agnipath scheme. And if you see some more important details, what are the objectives of this scheme? So this scheme, which is aiming for providing an opportunity for youth. So this scheme is motivating youth to participate in this armed forces, okay, that too with Josh and Zaba, okay, to join this armed forces. And next one is, so they will be working for 4 to 5 years, so that in their profile they can add this. So that will be value addition for their profile if they are working as this. Okay, so that's it. And if you see the benefits of this Agnipath scheme, so upon the completion of this 4 years of working as Agniveer, so at one time, that is Seva Nidhi package of 11.71 lakhs will be paid to that Agniveer. Okay, they will be getting 11.71 lakhs under this. And next one here is they will be also getting rupees 48 lakh life insurance cover for 4 years. Okay, so they will be getting also life insurance. And this one is, if in case of any death, the payout will be rupees 1 crore, including the pay for unserved tenure also. Okay, so for unserved tenure also they will be getting the payout of rupees 1 crore. And the government will be helping for this rehabilitating of soldiers, okay, if they leave the service after this 4 years, and even that will be helpful for increasing of their resume value, because they will be adding this also. Okay, so this is about the scheme. And now let us move on to next topic. So in city page there is nothing much important, so most of the time we can see like political articles, election based articles, we are not going to see them. Simply leave the city page. So if there is any article which is really important, I will be letting you know which article is relevant and which article is irrelevant. So you can blindly follow this Hindu analysis and articles I am saying for your examination point of view. Okay, now if you move on to the states page, here also I found nothing much important. Yes, here you can see one article, just a minute. Yes, NHRC seeks report on sale of girls as part of Nata Pratha. So here this article is talking about sale of girls. So whenever you are talking about child related crimes, so you will be knowing about child labor, working in hazardous industries, chemical industries, and children, they are also exploited for them like sexual exploitation, etc. So those are the mostly the crimes against children. But one more crime that you can add here is Nata Pratha. So it is not focusing on women empowerment or girl child empowerment. So I will give you some dimensions here, you can focus on this. So it is talking about Nata Pratha. So this Nata Pratha, it is related to sale of girl. So here you can get a question in your prelims, like recently Nata Pratha is in news, what it is related to. In options they will give A, sale of girls, B, exploitation of girls or not exploitation of boys, and this one is child labor and sexual exploitation, like that you will be getting options. So this Nata Pratha is solely related to sale of girls, and this is one evil practice still. It is going on in some tribal belt. Okay, it is going on in tribal belt. So I think you know about live-in relationship. So it is the kind of the thing. Okay, but here there is sale of girl which is going on. So here you have to know what is this Nata Pratha and how this Nata Pratha leading to disempowerment of women. How it is leading to disempowerment of women. Whenever you are talking about disempowerment of women, here you can add this case study Nata Pratha in some tribals. It is still following on, it is not leading to empowerment of women. So like that you can add this. And next one is in which areas we can see this Natapratha and what is happening in this Natapratha. So, you have to know all these things. Okay, now let us see this in detail. So, here why it is in news? Here National Human Rights Commission. So, even this National Human Rights Commission is very important. If you are reading your polity, in your polity you will be having bodies like constitutional bodies and non-constitutional bodies. So, this NHRC, it is a non-constitutional body. So, at the central level we have, NHRC, and at the state level we have States Human Rights Commission. Clear? So, here NHRC is very important, and even you have to see what are the functions of this, what is the mandate of this. So, which act is talking about this, okay, what is the role and what are the positives, what are the negatives and what are the challenges, okay, all these things that you have to see from this NHRC point of view. But now here focusing on this Natapratha here. Okay, so here in this article it says that National Human Rights Commission which issued a notice to Union Ministry of Women and Child Development. So, it issued a notice to Union Ministry of Women and Child Development and states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Gujarat, because in these states we can say this Natapratha. So, you can get one more question. So, consider the following states. In which of the following states we can say this Natapratha? So, in which? Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Gujarat. Clear? So, in this way also you can get question. So, as I said, this is mostly practiced in some tribal groups. So, here in this context, girls in some communities of these states, they are sold on stamp paper or otherwise in the name of illegal or child marriage. Okay, mostly by their own families itself, they are going for selling of their girl child. So, this practice is called as Natapratha. So, actually this Natapratha is practiced in some tribal belts, and we can say they are unhappy marriages, and actually it is instead of empowering of women and empowering of girls, so we are giving the license for men to have extramarital relationships. So, what is this meaning of extramarital relationship? So, they are having the relationship other than their wives, other than their spouse, because this is not a legal thing, right? Natapratha is not a legal thing. So, here we are giving license for a man that you are men, you can have relations with many people like that. So, this is the example of one extra marriage relationship license to men. Clear? And actually if you see what is this Natapratha is all about, Nata means relationship, and under this relationship there will be no formal marriage ceremony required to live together. So, even in our live-in relationship also there will be no marriage, right. So, in the same way in this Natapratha also there is no formal ceremony, okay. There is no marriage formal ceremony. So, this is the thing you have to remember. So, if there is any marriage, after marriage whenever they are entering into relationship, that is called as marital relationship. So, without marriage if they are having this relationship, we are calling it as extramarital relationship. I hope it is clear. Okay, let us move forward. So, according to this practice here, so a couple can perform all obligations of husband and wife without entering into a wedlock. So, without entering into this wedding or marriage anything, so they will be starting the relationship as a husband and a wife. And according to this practice, man has to pay money to live, and also in a modern day we are calling it as live-in relationship with a woman of his choice after woman's first husbands walk out of marriage and pass on his wife to other man in return for money. Even husband will be selling the wife in this Natapratha. Clear? And this money is called as a bride price. So, it is fixed by the members of community or middlemen who may receive a cut for doing so. So, who will be deciding this bride price? It will be deciding by the community members, middlemen, etc. So, this is not the good thing, because we are empowering the women. We are not empowering the women, we are empowering the men here. Clear? So, this is the thing, and men sometimes use this amount for buying themselves new wives. Clear? Yeah. Now, let us move on to next important topic. So, here you can say this very good image. So, what is this image depicting? Tell me, Venkatesh, what is this image is about? So, agriculture. Agriculture of what? Anything that you can see here? Yeah, plough. Okay. They are making land ready for doing agriculture. So, actually this image is talking about turmeric cultivation. So, if you see this thing here, it says that agriculture workers ready a farmland for turmeric cultivation on the outskirts of Vijayawada in AP. The all India scenario for turmeric shows a decline in the production this year from 11.3 lakh tons to 10.74 lakh tons. So, whenever you are getting this type of agriculture related thing, that will be favorite area of UPSC, because agriculture you will be reading in geography, you will be reading in economy, right, and even disaster management. If there is any disaster, that is having impact on agriculture, and because of climate change, again there is impact on our agriculture. So, agriculture wherever you go, it will not leave you. So, whenever you are getting any article regarding agriculture or any crop, that will be very important. So, here you have to know about turmeric cultivation. So, this is my intention. So, you have to know this. So, here this article is talking about turmeric cultivation. So, turmeric, what is this? In every home, without this turmeric, we can't prepare anything, right? So, turmeric is nothing but the yellow color powder that you will be using, that is called as turmeric. So, actually this turmeric is recently news also, around 6 to 8 months back. Some other country, like I think USA applied for patent on this turmeric, because they said that turmeric had some properties which is having healing and anti-inflammatory properties. So, that thing we identified and we want patent for that. But actually if you go to our ancient period, so whenever you are falling down or whenever there is any scratch or any wound that you are having, first of all our grandparents, they used to bring this haldi, right, haldi or this turmeric powder, and they will be applying on the place where we got wound. Why? Because it is having that property of antiseptic, anti-inflammatory. So, that thing we are practicing from ancient days onwards. How USA can come now and can claim this patent? So, that had been cancelled. Okay. So, because of this, this also it is in the recent past. So, turmeric will become very important for your examination, guys. Okay. So, turmeric, it is also called as haldi, and the scientific name of this turmeric is Curcuma longa. Okay, Curcuma longa. So, it is a perennial herbaceous plant and it belongs to family Gingiveraceae. I think you might be knowing about ginger, right? So, ginger will be also used in our kitchens. So, it will be like this somewhat, like this, ginger. So, in the same ginger only we will be having this turmeric. Okay. So, it will be also grown underground. Okay. So, these turmeric and ginger, they will be grown underground. So, it will be like plants, small things, and ginger and turmeric will be in this only, in this shape only. So, actually if you see here, you have to know about what are the climatic conditions that are required for growing of this turmeric. It is very important, because we can't grow each and every crop in each and every soil. So, they need certain characteristic, they need certain environment, right. So, here if you see soil and climate, so this turmeric which needs well drained, drain means nothing but having a good amount of water. It need well drained red loamy soils, and even they can be grown in wet garden lands under tropical conditions. So, if you are following YouTube, so normally there are many YouTubers, they are growing this turmeric in terrace garden also. Yes, they are getting very good produce. That means it needs like well irrigated or well drained loamy, red loamy soil, and it needs tropical temperature. In tropical areas the temperature will be high. That means we can't grow this turmeric in the polar regions or temperate regions. And if you see the rainfall, it can be grown in regions which is receiving good rainfall around 150 centimeters per year. And next one here is annual range of temperature they require is 20 to 35 degrees centigrade. So, because of this tropical region is very much suitable for the growing of this turmeric. So, below 20 degrees we can't grow this. And India is the largest producer, consumer and exporter of this turmeric in the world. Okay. And the next topic it is about health regulations need a base to top approach. So actually this is not a new topic. So last 1 week back we discussed some articles in the front page regarding fire accident. So if you are following this Hindi analysis, you might be knowing. So because of this fire accidents in one neonatal hospital, around 26 neonates are very small and days babies, they died because of fire accident. So who is responsible for this incident? Tell me, who is responsible? Whether God or whether hospital or the people who are present, their staff or the parents, who are responsible for this type of incidents. So whenever I read this type of events, I will be emotionally connected to this. Okay, so emotionally connection is also very important, because as a civil servant, you need to have emotional intelligence. You need to understand the other's feeling, others' pain. Okay, so for that I am saying emotional intelligence is very important. So you have to show emotional intelligence in this such kind of situations where you are coming across in the day-to-day administration. Clear? Okay, now let us see about this topic. Actually, we are going to discuss about fire safety in India. So it is not the time to share my emotions. Okay, so let us see about this fire safety in India. So actually in the last week of May, an incident devastating fire happened in a private neonatal care nursing home in Delhi. About more than 26 children, they died. So here in this context, you have to know about what is the model code for the fire safety in India. So it is not the new thing which is happening in Delhi. Normally, especially in coaching centers of Delhi, so they will be coming across this catching of fire regularly. So frequently that will be in the news. And now this fire incident that happened in hospital. So unfortunately, neonates, they born recently, they lost their life. So if you see here about model code of conduct, according to accidental deaths and suicides in India report, which says that 7,435 people, they were killed in fire incidents in 2022. In 2022 itself, how many people they died? 7,435 people, they lost their life. So now let us see here why we are not following this fire safety rules in India. So even though we have lots and lots of guidelines, because I want to share this because you are going to be the part of administration. So you know that there are some laws, some rules, policies already government came up, but they are not properly implemented. If those are the properly implemented, so this type of incidents that will be not coming in the news as headlines. Yes or no? So you have to know why they are not following. So if you know why they are not following, then you can take some measures based on these challenges. So if you want a very good administrator, you have to focus on the challenges and to come up with the solutions based on those challenges. Clear? Yes, first one is many people, they will ignore this fire safety rules. So every area they need to maintain the fire extinguisher. But how many are maintaining that? No one, right? So here many people, they will be ignoring fire safety rules. When national guidelines, they came up, like they said, they are not mandatory and leading to inconsistent enforcement of these laws. Okay, so it is one of the important problem. And even whatever the mandatory certificates that need to be submitted, so there are some loopholes. So because of these loopholes, what happening? So they are granting exemptions to the so and so facilities. And next one is there is underutilization. Under means less utilization of fire safety audits. So whoever the authorities are appointed for maintaining of this fire safety, they will be not going to that areas and they will be not inspecting properly. Okay, so because of this lack of proper audits also, it will be increasing this fire safety incidents. And next one is there is lack of preparedness and apathy of authorities. That means I can directly connect with this corruption. Yes, corruption is happening everywhere. So because of this corruption, red tapeism, nepotism, yes, this type of incidents are going on. So if you want to be a good administrator, so I always want my students to be like very good administrators. So you have to focus on these challenges and you have to work on those. So in this way only you will be getting case studies in your ethics. Okay. And I want to give you one mains question, that is, what is the state of fire safety in India and what measures need to be taken to improve it? Yes, you can write about NCRB data that I gave in introduction, and later on you can write about what are the measures that are required and try to complete answer within 100 words. Clear? So please make a note of this question fast. Done, Venkatesh? So this is the one article which is important from your editorial page, and again today also we got this post poll survey only in our open page, news page, so we are skipping that. It is unnecessary actually. Okay, let me show you that as well. So this is our editorial page. So today is Friday, there is spotlight. Next one is Metro Plus. Don't go through this, it is waste of your time. It is just for entertainment purpose. So we are not here for entertainment, right? And so this is that topic, it is about fire accident. I discussed this. Yes, actually there is one important article. So this article is talking about Special Marriage Act. So title says bizarre judgment, personal law norms cannot be used to invalidate interfaith marriages. So if we are talking about marriage, marriage is a big institution. So normally marriage will be done within the same caste, yes or no? Hindus will be marrying Hindu, Muslims will be marrying Muslims, and the Christians will be marrying Christians normally, that is traditionally. But now in this 21st century, no one is marrying like that. So there is increasing of interfaith marriages and interreligious marriages also. Even I had intercaste marriage. Yeah. So here what happening here is, normally if you are talking about marriage within so and so caste or so and so religion, for example Hindu is marrying Hindu means, so they will comes under Hindu code of conduct, and Muslims they have their own code, Christians they have their own code. But what if Hindu is marrying Muslim? What if Hindu is marrying Christian? So these comes under which act? We have Special Marriage Act. Okay, Special Marriage Act of 1954. That's it. So here you have to know some dimensions. Let me show you those dimensions. It is talking about Special Marriage Act of 1954. It is talking about Special Marriage Act of 1954. You have to see what is this act is about. Why government came up with this act? What is the need of this act? Okay, and what are the provisions of this act? What are the provisions? So all these are very important. Okay, so this is from again GS paper 2 under polity and governance. Okay, I will be taking this topic detailedly. I will be making a separate video because this is very important and this is highly news. Okay, if you move on, again this is post poll survey, we are not going to see that. So skip this directly. And here you can see one article, that is India-Norway cooperation to witness many-fold increase. So here it is talking about India and Norway and how there is increasing of relationship with India and Norway. So again I want to give you some dimensions, so please make a note. So this article is talking about India-Norway relations. So first of all you have to see where is this Norway located. So to which continent it belongs to, Venkatesh? Asia, Africa, Europe, yes, yes, very good. So it is in Europe, it is one of the continent in Europe. So here you have to see first of all map of Norway, and even you have to see history when our country started relationship with Norway, and you have to see in which areas we have cooperation with Norway and what are the challenges within these two countries. So in this way you have to focus, and these are the things that you have to write in your mains answer. So this India-Norway relations, it is part of GS paper 2 under international relations. Clear? Okay. Now let us see this topic in detail. So first of all, let me show you the map. So this is map of Norway. Okay, so this orange color part is Norway. So Norway is sharing boundary with, here Sweden is there, here Finland is there. And here we have water bodies like Baltic Sea and Norwegian Sea. Okay, so these are the water bodies. And I want to make one thing sure, that whenever you are reading international relations, try to keep your atlas. Atlas is compulsory. Okay, so that you can see which are the nearby water bodies, which are the countries you are sharing border with, etc. Clear? Now let us see the history of India-Norway relations. As early as 1600s, a Danish-Norwegian trading station was established in Tharangambadi. So it is present in Tamil Nadu. So in 1600 itself, yes, we had good relationship with Norway. That means, can I say India and Norway started relations from 1600? Yes, obviously. So Norway's first consulates in India opened in Kolkata and Mumbai, that too in 1845 and 1857. So what was the event that is going on in this 1857 in India? Revolt of 1857, Sepoy Mutiny, that is also called as First War of Independence. So you can remember like that. And next one is in 1952, India Fund was established, and this fund was established with an aim of providing development. Especially that time itself they focused on fisheries. Okay, and now we have separate department of fisheries in India. So we can connect with that. And next one is same year Norway opened its embassy in Delhi and also consulate general in Mumbai, and the thing which had been recently opened in 2005, because it was closed from 1970s and recently in 2015 it had been opened. That means, can I say we started further improving of relations from 2015? Yes, from 2015 onwards there is increasing of relationship between India and Norway. And actually we have good relationship with Norway in 5 priority areas. First one is democracy and rules based world order. Second one is in the ocean parts, because at that time itself we focus on fisheries. And next one is energy, climate and environment, and research, higher education in the global health. So in these 5 areas we have good relationship. Okay, now let us see the first one, that is democracy and the rules based world order. So Norway and India both prioritize stability and as well as predictability, and even we started improving of our governance system. Okay, and we had like good international trading system also. And next one is in this ocean also we are having the good thing, and even from 2019 onwards we had memorandum of understanding. So memorandum of understanding is nothing but it is an agreement where India and Norway, they will be focusing on cooperation in these oceans. And next one is in energy also we had like good cooperation, especially we are focusing on energy sources and economic growth, and we are focusing on how to decrease poverty in India, and also how we can establish peace and security in our country. So in all these areas, yes, we are focusing. And next one is whenever you are writing about any country relationship with India, for example, India US, India Russia, India UK, etc., you can write the common point is we are focusing on climate and environment, because it is a hot topic which is going on. So each and every country is focusing on this climate and environment, and they are focusing like how can we improve this climate change. So this is the one tip. So whenever you are writing about any country relationship with India, you have to write about diaspora. Diaspora means Indians present in other countries, because Indians are present across the world. And next one is you can write about climate and environment. okay, taking steps to control this climate change and environment. And next one is you are having good trade and good business. Clear? And next topic is pro-Khalistan slogans raised at Golden Temple. So, do you know about Golden Temple, where it is located? Golden Temple? Yeah, Punjab. Place? Amritsar. Okay, so in Punjab, yes, we have this Golden Temple. Do you know about this Khalistan or Khalistan movement? Yeah, what is that? Very good. So, in the recent past also between India and Canada, this Khalistan is one of the important issue. So, because of this Khalistan issue, recently India and Canada, they had decreased the relations, and there are some tensions were going on because of this Khalistan. So, if you see why it is in news, because there are some slogans which are favoring Khalistan. Khalistan is nothing but it is a sovereign states for Sikhs. Okay, it is related to Sikhs. In this way you can remember, and Punjab is famous for the Sikhs. And actually these slogans which raised in the premises of Golden Temple complex in Amritsar, because we are celebrating 40th anniversary of this Operation Blue Star. So, what is Operation Blue Star? It is very, very important, Operation Blue Star. So, what is this Khalistan movement is about? So, Khalistan movement, it is a fight for separate sovereign Sikh state, okay, in the present day Punjab. Okay, so this movement is like Sikhs, they were fighted because they want their own Sikh state, okay, which includes like the areas which are residing by the Sikhs in both India and Pakistan, that is in the present Punjab region. So, this movement was crushed in India by this Operation Blue Star by this Indira Gandhi. So, you know about Indira Gandhi, right, our Prime Minister. So, our Prime Minister, that is former Prime Minister, the late Prime Minister, okay, came up with these two operations, Operation Blue Star and as well as Operation Black Thunder. So, now it is 2024, this year is 2024, right. So, it is exactly 40 years of this Operation Blue Star. So, and I want to give you one tip. So, how can you expect questions is, so if it is 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary, 75th, 100th, like that, if there is any significant number is there, you can expect the question, so that you can focus on years. Okay, now what is this Operation Blue Star? So, Operation Blue Star, which began on the 1st June 1984, but due to fierce resistance from Brindewala. So, actually this was like famous personality, that is Brindewala, of leader of the Sikh at that time. So, he started protesting for the separate Sikh state, and in this army operation, so finally he was crushed and he was killed itself. Okay. And after that what happened, the consequence was assassination of Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi was assassinated, that is killed by 2 Sikhs, okay, after this Operation Blue Star. So, these are the things that you have to remember, that is it. And now let us move on to our newspaper. Okay, now next one is India is now second biggest foreign threat to Canadian democracy, says report. So, this Canadian thing which is talking about pro-Khalistan only. Okay, actually what happened was in Canada one Sikh person died, and they are claiming that India is involved in this killing of that Sikh person. Okay, so again this is related to pro-Khalistan movement that I discussed. Okay, that is it. Yeah, here there are many articles. Okay, so this article says India HNWI's wealth rises to $1446 billion. So, here it is talking about high net worth individuals. For example, India, you might be knowing about billionaires, millionaires, right? For example, Ambani, Adani. So, recently for his Anant Ambani's wedding, how much he spent? How many crore? Okay, so he spent lot of money just for wedding event, even pre-wedding event, wedding event, like that. So, here you have to know about this data. So, if you know this data, then how can you use this? So, whenever you are talking about inequality in India, like rich becoming richer and poor becoming poorer, so if you want to say yes, there is a wide range of inequality in India, you can use this report. So, this report is released by World Wealth Report. World Wealth Report says that yes, there is increasing of income of high net worth individuals in India. Clear? Understood? And this one is India must spend up to $385 billion for RE. RE is nothing but renewable energy. So actually India has a target of increasing of renewable energy to 500 gigawatts, and the target year is 2030. So if you want to do that, for example, if government has to reach that target, it has to spend this much amount of money. So that is the thing which mainly said. Okay, so these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I am concluding. If you really like this class, hit the like button. And one more thing, here is the notes we are providing in the app. So app link is given in the description box. So download the app for the notes. That's all students. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much.